Hey folks, it's Rithgar here, how you doing? I am going to be buying a Magnetite Separator today, so we want one of those, and add that. And I'm also going to be buying a mobile wash plant for $13,500. Cheap at half the price. And we do want a Magnetite trailer as well, but we can't get that one yet. Well, at least I don't think we can. Can we put a hitch on the back of this trailer and take two at once? Don't think we can. No, I don't think that's a possibility. So then we're going to want this one. Now, this one takes water. You have a water input, and I don't think it has a power input. I think, or does it? Does it have a power input? Ooh, questions. Right, if it has a power input, that's water going up through there, but obviously the water, it's got to be powered somehow. Does it have fuel? Or, oh, hang on, what's this? Right, we've got water there by the look of it. You know, I don't know if it takes power or not. It definitely takes water, so we're going to want another pump in order to be able to make that work properly. I'm going to get two pumps just in case. So I'm going to add two pumps, and then I want from the first pump to the second pump a big pipe, and then another big pipe, and then I want a small pipe finally. So we've got a couple of small pipes. We've only got one big hose, so we're going to take two of those so that we've got all of the bits that we need. Now, I'm going to assume that we don't need... I mean, it doesn't really matter if we need power or not, because we do have power supply, so we can use a power supply onto it. I think that is everything that we're going to need. I don't think we're going to need anything else. I've got the Magnetite Separator now. We've got buckets. We don't need these big miner's mosses. We've got the small ones. And there's nothing else along here with wash plant springs, trommel, chains. Miners, what's the miner's grill for? I have no idea. I imagine that when things run out, it will tell us, and it will tell us sort of what's broken and what's not, so we can fix it as we go along. So there's nothing else that I can think of at the moment that we need. So we will buy these, and we can start getting them back towards the claim. What's over here? Oh, no, that's not jerry cans that we actually use. None of this appears to be stuff that we use. Oils and stuff we don't actually need. I mean, yes, technically we do need it, but we just don't use it in the game. Right, so we've got all of these. That is going to be $14,940. Buy all that. That leaves a healthy $32,000 in our account. So I can leap over here. I want two generators and also my Magnetite Separator. Oops, that's not generators, pumps. That's not the way to treat the pumps, though, is it? That's absolutely not the way to treat the pumps. But we'll drop them in here. Hopefully, the whole issue with them like holding up together has been fixed. So if I can just drop that in there, actually come back a little bit. I want to put you just down a little bit lower. Let's lift you up and try to bring you back a bit. What do you like? No. Let's go a bit further. There. Okay, it's probably going to topple over in just a moment, but at least it's in there for a moment. And I can put that in. Actually, if I do that, can I just close up the back and have it stay in there? It does look like you can. Excellent. Okay, let's try that again and get the other one in there. I can sort of shove that through. Right, it definitely can't ride on the back like that. I can balance it up on the top. Now, hopefully, this isn't going to make the pickup explode into the air like it does sometimes. I really, really don't want it to do that. Now, if we start up. Now, I have gone through and altered the controls for the Excavator slightly. Now, when I tried the game with the pre-alpha demo, it did actually work reasonably well with the Excavator controls, but I found that I couldn't alter them. And as far as I was concerned, they were wrong. They were in the wrong places, because I drive an Excavator on and off for a living. I work part-time as a builder, and so I've used an Excavator quite a bit, and so I know which way round the controls should be. And so when I was using it, the controls were in completely the wrong place, and it was quite painful for me. I did not enjoy that. Are those front wheels turning, or are we literally just sliding them across the earth? I don't think they're actually turning. I think they're sliding. That's not very good. That's quite bad, actually. It's just going to rip the wheels to shreds. So we don't want to move this one around too much while we're working. So let me just stop here, put the handbrake on, and leap out. Now, where we go. We need to get a small excavator, and you've got to remember that you do actually have to get it delivered to wherever you're going to be working. We can get a bulldozer for 54,000. This bad boy over here is 97,000. A big excavator is also expensive, but this is 28,000, and we have enough money for it. We may... actually, no. I don't think we've got enough money to go and get a magnetite trailer as well. But we would like to buy one of these, so if we go buy one, add, there we go. Now, as far as I know, you go over here and you can purchase it, and then you also... Right. Ah, I see. I've seen something about this on a post on Facebook. So you got transport there, and you got checkout. So you go to the checkout first, and you use this to buy it. So we buy that one. Order. So now we've bought it. The machine has been automatically transported to our nearest storage space. You can move them to your claim from the transport window next to you. There is a limitation to one machine of a kind per claim. Right. So we can only get one excavator per claim, and then if we want to get another one, we've got to get... I think we have to sell the first one. All sorts of rubbish lying around in this yard. It's not a very good advert, really, for quality machinery when you've got all of this rubbish just lying around. You really want to have a tidy up here, ladies and gents. It's messy. It's not looking good for you. So we want to take that to the old Arnold parcel. So small excavator is currently in there. No. Right, so how do I do this? Click on that. Ah, I see. Right. And transport cost is $1,500. I thought you got the first one for free. Well, apparently you don't. So, we should have it now. It should have been transported to the old Arnold claim. So we can drive our stuff here off up to the claim. And once we get up there, the only thing that we've got left to do then really is to get a magnetite trailer. We can stick a bit of the magnetite. We can store it just in a spare bucket because we've got 4 buckets. And we'll use 2 or 3 buckets now with getting all of this stuff set up. But... So we do have a spare bucket that we'll be able to use before we need to go worry about getting a magnetite trailer. And as far as I can tell, the biggest gold bar that you can smelt at any one time from the blacksmith is 999.9 ounces. So it is my intention to smelt said bar. I would also like several of them, but just getting one would be pretty cool. And I guess the longer we wait... Ooh, steady, steady. It's kicking out the back a little bit there. You've got to go steady. Can't go too fast. I would guess that if we spend a few days mining for gold, it'll give the price of gold a chance to rise back up again. Now, it did say somewhere that you can upgrade the blacksmith and so reduce the amount of gold that you lose when you do a smelt. And at the moment, that's not actually in the game. It's something that they do plan to add into the game later on, which is really cool. I really like that idea. Every time I drive through this factory here, I am reminded of the Ultimate Sim that we were talking about. And as far as I'm concerned, the Ultimate Sim would definitely have to include various types of mining, not just the gold mining. We got, it's nice detailed for the gold mining, but we would have to have other types of mining as well. We would want iron, copper, maybe even a diamond mine, although I'm not sure that a diamond mine is really... Well, obviously, if it's the Ultimate Sim, it would have to include it. It would be all different, a nickel mine. What types of mines do you get? I mean, there's all kinds. Well, obviously coal mines and then oil fields and stuff like that. All included in the Ultimate Sim. Now, somebody has already offered to write the Ultimate Sim, start writing it up, start writing the code for it, but they estimate that it's going to take roughly 500 terabytes of data in order to write the game, and currently the largest platter that you can get, or the largest single storage system, is about 16 terabytes, so it may take a while, but I mean, they reckon it's probably take them about 30 years to write it up, so yeah, we've got a little while. We could be a little while. I can't remember who it was that said that, but we had a nice little chat about it. It was some good ideas, and yeah, so many ideas for the Ultimate Sim. It's going to be so cool. When we can eventually have the Ultimate Sim is genuinely going to be just awesome. Now, Where's the best place to put this thing? I keep moving the mouse too fast. Look, see, that's not the way to do it. It's just going to make you feel ill, isn't it? It's going to make me feel ill, and I can't really be feeling ill if I'm supposed to be making you a quality video. Well, a video at least. I'll leave the quality decision up to you. Now, we could sort of install it over there, because that's all that framework there. That's ready for tier 3, and we're not actually on tier 3 at the moment. So we could stick this here. It's not too far away then from our actual claim, and it's close enough that we ought to be able to reach this with the excavator. So if I can just back that up a little bit and place it, I reckon about there is going to be just fine. So let's just slam on that brake, and let me just leap out a minute, and I'll unhitch right where it is. I think here could be a good spot. If we can put it there, and then we can start using the excavator to dig here and put in, and then we can sort of move out over here further away later on. Or should we? Maybe, no, I tell you what, actually no, I've changed my mind. We're going to go further afield. Oh no. Pumps. It would be pumps and pipes. Okay, you know what? We'll do it here. We will just do this. Does this one just stay where it's put? I don't really know how this thing works. Jump in. I did use it very briefly in the pre-alpha, but I don't remember anything of what I did whatsoever. If you're expecting a miracle and expecting me to remember something that happened more than 24 hours ago, I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid it's just not going to happen. I'm not one of those people with a mind like a steel trap that never forgets anything. I forget things as you tell them to me. It's my gift. It is my absolute gift. I can forget things literally as you're telling them to me. It's something that my wife greatly admires about me. No, actually, no. It's not that she greatly admires it. It's that it really, really, really frustrates her, and she really wishes I'd pay more attention. Yeah, I knew it was one or the other. It was definitely one or the other. Right, we'll put that one down there. Is that going to work on a slope? Yeah, I have no idea. We've got the wave table is all the way over there. Maybe we could just... Actually, I'll tell you what. We could sort of set these things up here. And although that's a long way to carry our buckets once we've emptied them out. So let's set the wave table up and the magnetite separator. That can all go in here. It's reasonably flat as well. So over this side. We need power. I knew we'd need power. I didn't see that one on there when we were at the thingy, did I? Oh. And we've got the wrong sort of power as well. So we're going to need a big power thing. A big power cable, rather. But at least we don't have to have lots and lots of them. So we literally just need one big power cable to make that one work. I'll put that one there, I think. And I grab that one and just drop that one there. I don't know how far these will reach. So first of all, we want to let's get these pumps out. Drop them down. Because we may have to head back to the shop to get some more pumps. This may not be enough pumps. And I'll drop that one down, and I should have probably filled them up before I came back. But it's getting late, so we're going to go and sleep for the night. And then we can carry on getting these things set up. So let's go there and sleep until dawn. Okay, it's very dark now. Very dark and scary and spooky. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Right. That is plenty far enough away from the river for the first pump. I mean, technically, we could go further than that if we wanted to, but I'm going to try to do this bit at least, realistically. So I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to just dump that down there. I'm going to take it off of the wave table as well, and I'm going to roll it up. Just press and hold the right mouse button, do you remember? And roll all of this up. Reel it in. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Still more. There we go. Right. All rolled up. So we take this one over here. And I'll drop that down there for a minute. And then we'll come bouncing back over here. And we'll get that cable there. Unfortunately, this cable is no good. This cable is not going to do us any good whatsoever. So if we just roll that one up a second. I'm rolling it. Ah, I wasn't rolling it right. There we go. Put that one down there, and this generator we can take with us, but we need the bigger cable. I got a feeling we're going to need more pumps anyway. I don't know if these 2 pumps are going to be enough to get water all the way over here. So let's just drop that one down there. I need to bring the wave table over as well. Takes quite a while to set these things up, doesn't it? Let's get these pumps chained together and set up. So I want a red pipe to go from this pump to the next pump. Now this should be able to go uphill a bit better, because we've got you got the pump up that end is pulling it, and this end is pushing it. So it's sort of doing both together. which would work out a lot better than what it is at the moment. You know what? I tell you what. Let's just put that one down there a minute. Take the end of that pipe off and just set it down there. And then this pump, we'll actually turn it round so that it's facing that way. There. That's a better direction for it. And then we can put that back on there. That pipe is... I don't like the way that pipe is going. So what I'm going to do now is if I pick that one up and I bring that one up here, I'm going to put it down. Then take that filter off. Then take the end of this off and I'm going to coil this one up. So that I can... basically what I'm trying to do now is I want to put it down in a straight line. Actually, I'm going to have to put that down there and put that on the end. And it can still go onto there. Fasten onto that end. And then in a straight line down into the water. There. That's better. That's much more like it. And we don't have very much pipe spread out either. So there's much less chance of it actually collapsing on itself. That's perfect. That's what we want. So then we can bring this one, and this one will come out of this side. And we want to go in a straight line up through here. As far as we can. I don't know how far it's going to let us go with it. Oh, that's literally as far as it will go right there. So we can take this one, and in is on that side. So if I bring this one and put it down about there. And then get that pipe from underneath. Actually, I'm going to have to just move that one over. Pick this pipe up. Put it down like that, just to move it over a little bit. And then we can bring this pump over here, drop that down. And then take that and put it on the inlet. So that will come in there. So because it's being pushed, because the water's being pushed from that end, it's going to maintain pressure inside the pipe. So the vacuum being created from here is not going to cause that pipe to collapse on itself. And now I've actually got this the wrong way round. So if I just drop that one down there a minute, and I want to put it more like that. There. I could come over a little bit further, but I'm not too concerned about it. That's kinked. Okay, so I'm going to have to move it a bit. I don't like that you can't just go along and kick the pipe out straight. It seems wrong having that great big kink in the pipe. That there, where it was folded back on itself. That just seems very, very wrong. See, again, there, you can see right there, that's going to stop it from being able to run properly. You would actually need to just sort of kick it out over a little bit. So let's do this again. I'm determined to get this right now. Now that I've said this and I've sort of started along this path, it has to be done right. So I'm going to need to just move that generator around, the pump round just a little bit, so it's sort of at that angle. So neither pipe is going to be at too much of an angle. Take that and put it onto there. No! Still got a kink in it. Oh. Okay. Put you down there. And move you up a little bit further. We can do this. I'm absolutely positive that we can do this. If I grab that there and then go... There we go! At last! Right, we've done it. So this one could probably go almost all the way over. I reckon if we can put this one over here. I think about here would be right. And that angle would also be just right. We can put it there and it should run okay from the other pump. So let's take this one here. Ooh, I don't know if it's going to go quite that far, actually, thinking about it. And we go there like that, and then we run in a line, straight over to here, almost. Yes, we should do that without any trouble. So we can put that onto there, and that's gone in a nice straight line as well. Look at that. No kinks. That's beautiful. That is perfectly done. Excellent. I'm really pleased with this. And then we just need to get the small pipe to come out of that, and I think the small pipe does actually fit onto here. Does it go onto that side, or does it go around this side? It doesn't go around this side. Okay, so we have to hope that it is the small pipe, because if it's not the small pipe, we do have to go and get another red pipe from the shop. We need to get a big cable from the shop anyway. So we're literally now just finding out if there are any other things that we need to get before we go dashing off to get our bigger pipe. And where's the small pipe gone? Oh, I remember now. When I was stumbling about looking for coffee this morning. In yesterday's episode it was. And we got a pipe there anyway. So we got two small pipes. So this one comes down here. Now you can put the small pipe on the last section because it still maintains its water pressure. And that one goes on there like that. And then we come down and it does have an input for a small pipe. Excellent. Okay, so we just need a big cable to go from that over to there. And That's done. Oh, that's all folded up. That's not good. Okay, and that should be everything. Then we just need to get the excavator over here and get started. We're also going to need some buckets. This one takes... I think it only takes one bucket, doesn't it? Put a bucket under there, is it? And maybe there's another... I don't know. Let's go and get some buckets, and we'll put those. And we will also... Well, we can drive the excavator over in a minute. First of all, though, I'm going to go to the shop, I think, because I've got everything else that we need here. We're not going to be using that material over there. We've got this bucket. Get that one on. I'm just going to drop this bucket in first, just to see if we need anything else here. I can't think that we do. I think we have literally got everything set up now. We need to carry over the wave table in a minute. So there's a bucket can go on there, and it doesn't look like anything else can go on. So we put this bucket in here, like that. And then once you've taken everything out of that, that goes through the Magnetite Separator. The Magnetite Separator does require 2 buckets to go underneath it. And then you take the dirt one from there. That dirt one goes into the magnetite chamber thing to be kept hold of. And then the gold one, that goes into the wave table. So I will bring the wave table over and some buckets. And then I'll head back to the shop and I will get that cable. Okay, that is a really bad place to put the pipe. Seriously, right through the middle of the chopping block. I love this game. Watch me jump! Whee! Okay, so apparently this doesn't have physics for the person that's using the using anything on here, really, because yeah, you can just throw yourself off whilst carrying a big wave table and not take any injuries at all. There really is a very serious danger of getting fit and healthy doing this job, well, as long as you don't break your leg or anything like that jumping over there, because of the amount of running around that you've got to do. So at the moment I've got a bucket there and I've got 2 buckets over there. I'm going to go and get the 4th bucket and bring that one down, and then literally the only thing I need is that cable. So I will run back to... I might also bring out a little bit more fuel. We do have to fuel up as well. That's another thing we've got to do, is we've got to fuel everything up. So let's get the... Where's the other bucket? I had a 4th bucket here somewhere. Where has it gone? Gonna be the next thing. Oh, no, it's not there. Ah, there it is. There it is. Right over there. Let's grab you. You've actually got water in you at the moment, but that'll be fine. I think it doesn't actually matter if you've got stuff in it. If you use it for something else, it just kind of cancels out what's already in the bucket. At least that's what I'm hoping. So let's leap down here again and drop you down. So if I put that one in there, yeah, it should work. Should work. It's got water in at the moment. Anyway, back to the shop now. The Magnetite trailer is 5 grand, and we only have 2.5 at the moment, so we'll just get these. I've decided to get another jerry can, and I'll get that one filled up with fuel as well, then get that back, so then we're not going to have any shortage of fuel anywhere. Just dump these 2 in, 2 big cat power cables, just in case I want to spare, and then we're good to go. So I'll go and get this filled up with fuel, and I will meet you back at the claim. Right, got everything back. Let's just go and get this next thing of fuel, and we can start using this one up. Question. Those of you who know anything about Alaska, is when it comes to winter, is the whole of Alaska like completely locked in ice? Is it all of Alaska, or is it like northern parts? I know that it is a fairly long way north, but how far north is it? And what are your winters like in Alaska? Yeah, well, basically, that's what I want to know. Anybody that lives in Alaska or knows about Alaska and actually knows some decent information about it, let me know. I would really like to know what the winter is like. I mean, if you were to do something like this in real life in Alaska, would you literally, wherever you were, have to stop for the summer? Not for the summer. Have to stop for the winter because everything would be completely locked, frozen solid in ice? Or are you able to actually carry on through the winter if you're sort of in the southern parts of Alaska? And let me know. I'm really quite interested in that, and I'd like to find out. So then I will try to let you know. I'm actually recording this now the day before, so I've managed to get a little bit ahead with the recording, and so it's actually Tuesday today, and this is Wednesday's episode. So I'm a little bit ahead now, and I'm hoping to sort of keep it like that. It's a lot easier for me to record a day ahead, and then I can upload the videos and so on, and it keeps me nicely on schedule. I'm not sort of panicking to try and get everything to you on time. And you should hopefully be able to get your episodes at 6 p.m. for Gold Rush, rather than it being late as it was night before last. It may have been late last night. Today. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get it uploaded in time, but we'll have to sort of wait and see. Now, I've got to put that's fallen through the pickup, and it's underneath. If I jump in and actually try to move it, is it going to let me move or not? Let's start up and take the handbrake off. I got a cable underneath, and I can't get it out. Oh, that's fantastic. I love this game. I really, really love this game. Okay, let's take that there, and now how can I go? I've lost. Oh no, I got it there. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Right, let's put this one over here because I don't think we're going to need that one. I think we've got everything ready to go. We'll start this lot up. So let's get this one started. There we go. And then we can head up to here. That's saying that it's got water now. If I don't start that one, is the next one going to have water, or do I actually do need to start it? That's not saying it's got water. So this one should, in theory, just be able to carry on with the pump. It should, the whole suck and blow thing here is pulling a vacuum on this, but because the pump down there is pushing, it's keeping that pipe full. And then we can move on to this one. This will just take it up over the hill and back down towards this one, which is doing just fine. Start that one up, and we have water. There is water in there. Now we need power. So we're going to take this cable here, and we're going to plug that one into it. Doesn't matter. We've got two outlets for the big cable, so it's only one for the small cable. And we put that one on there. That pipe has now fallen off. I don't know why that pipe has fallen off. But it's still got water, so that's all good. So we can start that one up. Well, we could if we turned this one on. There we go. Now we're talking. We're cooking on gas now, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going to start dumping everything down there. That's working. It's got everything going that we could possibly want. So next we need to go and get our excavator, which is all the way of... does it come with a full tank of diesel? I really hope it does. I'm going to be genuinely disappointed if they haven't dieseled this thing up before they brought it over. Because I've just spent $28,000 on this, so I'm going to be genuinely disappointed if they haven't bothered to put diesel in it. Well. Excavator driving controls. Right, Z. Let's see. So, X starts up, and throttle, brake, turn left, right. Okay, that's basically much the same as the other. And if I press Z there, camera, that's the locked camera, and then you've got the rotatable camera there. And you've got a rotatable bucket cam as well. And oh, I see. That's the actual bucket itself. That's okay. I like that. And then we're back into the cab. Right. We will find out in a minute if I've got the controls right. So we're going to just do it on this one at the moment. So let's start up. And at the moment we are oil pressure, RPM. Fuel is halfway. Okay. So we do actually need to lift it up a little bit. So how do we switch to... Oh, operate mode is press shift. Now, I should have everything right for operate mode. That's wrong. I've got that the wrong way round. No, that one's right. Why aren't you going the other way? Oh, it's because... Oh, I've added in those controls. That's right, there. And that one I've got the wrong way round. I've got the bucket there, so where's the dipper arm? That's auxiliary, that is. So you see, here in the UK, you know the bit on top of the bucket there that's trying to close down? Not that one there. We don't actually have those on our machines, and it seems to come as standard for all excavators in the US. But that is like a real extra. You've got to sort of search quite a long way to be able to find one of those anywhere in the UK. It's just it doesn't get put onto the machines. So we don't have that kind of arm. And it would be really useful for so many circumstances where I've been, where I would actually really appreciate being able to use one of those. But bear with me a minute. I need to just tweak these controls again because they're currently wrong. Right, I have got the controls how I like them, and it is as close on a keyboard as I can get to having the 2 joysticks on the actual machine. The only difference is the the responses of these controls are insanely fast. They should not be moving that fast with the arm up and down. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely wonderful. It really is. Absolutely awesome. Right, so we've got that in place, and I have a handbrake. Didn't actually know that these things came with handbrakes, I've got to be honest. No, none of the ones that I've driven have got a handbrake. Now, do we have a speed burst? Some of them do, some of them don't. This one doesn't. Smaller ones tend to have it more than the bigger ones, where you've got a little button, and if you're going in a straight line, you just stick your foot on the button, and it actually doubles the speed that you go, but you shouldn't turn while you're using that, because it can do some serious damage to the machine. But anyway, we have an excavator. We are driving our excavator, and we are about to start making a pile of gold by spooning a massive amount of earth through our little shaker machine-y, what he called, down there. So long as we don't run out of diesel by spending too long prattling around with this Minotaur. I've never heard of Minotaur before. Is this a made-up brand of excavator, or is it actually a real thing? I genuinely don't know. Okay, I reckon we want to bring this over. You've got to have it at sort of the right distance away. It's no good going right next to it. Now, you shouldn't spin on the spot with one of these. You can. It's physically possible, but you still shouldn't do it, because it's very bad for the machine to spin on the spot. It really is. That's kind of unsteady there, but we'll try it like this, and we'll see what we can do. So let's just zoom out a little bit. I think we'll try it like that, and press shift. Okay, I'm actually thinking that maybe I had it right before. Oh, no, it's because I had the wrong button, so I was pressing it. Let me just move my keyboard around, and we can lift that up. There we go. So we want to bring that one out, and then you bring it down. Right. Oh. Okay, so it does actually respond fairly well. The actual earth in the bucket, as you kind of you chuck it around, it does respond reasonably well. I think I'd actually have more luck with this one using it from in cab. I've got to be honest, because at the moment I'm chucking everything everywhere. So let's... Oh, there's the bucket cam. And lift that up. Oh, no, I'm pressing the wrong buttons again. I want to be over here. There we go. And move that out. So we've got a bucket cam there, and then that's... Oh, I see how that works. That is so cool. Bring that one out like that, and then we can tilt the bucket out. That all goes straight into the machine like that. That is perfect. And then we come out, and you go round and move it out a little bit like that. Down into the ground. And then you just start bringing that arm round and tilt the bucket at the same time. Then lift. Bringing the bucket back. You lift it up like that. Now, the idea of using the machine... Let me go in cab a minute. I can't see very well in cab. But basically what you do is you try to do things smoothly and with minimal movement as well. Just need to lift that up a little bit. So you pull that out like that, and then we're out. Now, what you do is you leave it out, and you also extend out, ready for the next movement. You bring it down towards the ground, and then, just like that, and then start bringing that back towards you, whilst curling the bucket at the same time, like that. Then you lift, except this one, you got to sort of move it back a little bit. There we go. So you lift and curl the bucket up a bit more so that it sort of brings it up to that point. Then you can bring it back round. Now, I can't actually see very well what I'm doing with the bucket. So I don't want that angle. Oh, I see. The other one, it locks where the tracks are. It's going to lock wherever the tracks are facing. So let's try and do it from here. So if I lift this one now, like that, and I sort of bring the bucket crowded round a little bit, and then bring that one back out. Oops, I don't want to do that. Lift that out there, and then lower it down a little bit, and put it over a bit more. So basically what I'm trying to do now is I'm just lining those teeth up. Let me just bring it over here so you can see it a little bit better. I'm lining the teeth up. It would be so much easier if we had like depth perception on these games. Just lift that up a little bit more and bring it in. So the teeth are level with the front of it. That's where I want to start tipping. And then I can bring it back a little bit more like that and then start tipping. Because you watch now the action of that bucket as it tips out is actually rotating round, so then the teeth finish as it finishes tipping the last of the soil out of the bucket. And I will say that this does have a fairly realistic simulation of how the earth tips out of the bucket. So basically it start tipping there, and as you rotate the bucket, the last of the earth would fall at the back and you cover the whole plant. And that's how it would work. So we can come back over here and we will try and get a little bit more. Go and tilt the bucket out like that, and then I take the bucket back towards the cab and tilt. Try and lift it a little bit. The bucket is full. It fills the bucket up quite quickly. And then rotate back round this way. And now we've got to try and get it lined up again. You can see I have spilt a little bit of earth on the floor, but not very much. And then I can lower that one down. And I start doing this a bit, but I don't want to do it too much. It's very difficult to get things lined up with this, but that seems to be about right. I can just rotate it out like that. I was a little bit too close towards my cab when I did that particular load, but overall it's not too bad. So then we come back over here, and I lower it down. I need to extend the dipper arm out, and the main arm, as I lower the main arm, I extend out the dipper, and then lower it down like that, and then I rotate this bucket in, like this, as I bring the dipper back towards me as well. You do both of those actions at the same time. And if you're doing this in real life, you would be lifting your main arm as you do that movement. And then it would sort of gather it up. I mean, it's a little bit jerky in places because of the way that the way that the soil responds, but it's reasonably accurate. I gotta say, I am fairly impressed with how it's performing. So we can bring that back over here. Now that is in the wrong place for tipping. So I'm lifting it up. I just want to lift it up a little bit, and then I want to rotate back this way a little bit. And I actually need to lift it up a bit more, that way, and then bring the dipper arm down so that I'm not lowering it down. I'm not actually going to fall too far. You know, I could have just done it like that. I can move the camera around a little bit. And then I should be able to, there we go, and now I can start just tipping that bucket out, and that should all tip straight into the machine. Perfect. And tip straight up like that, and then I move the dipper arm up a bit so that it clears the machine completely, bring it all the way back round, and then we lower down whilst extending the dipper arm out, if that's what you want to do. Basically, the dipper arm is just going to locate roughly where you want to start your dig, and then just got to bring that round. See, it's already tipping some of the soil out because of the we haven't quite filled it all up. So I just need to rotate that one in. There. And then try lifting it up a bit. I don't actually know if I've got a full bucket this time or not. Try and lift that up. And I want to bring the dipper arm down a little bit whilst I lift the main arm up. It's confusing trying to do this with the keys and while I'm doing and sort of work everything at the same time. It's not the easiest task I've ever had to do. But this is actually a lot of fun. I am quite enjoying this. So let's rotate that. Seems to be, yeah, that's in the right place. Perfect. There we go. Right, it's getting late, so what we're going to do is we're just going to bring that one round all the way over here. Now, if you're going to stop for the night, what you do... no, not like that. When you stop for the night, this bucket doesn't actually curl all the way out. It only curls out part way. It should go all the way out so that ram is completely covered up, and then the dipper arm goes all the way up like that. And then you put your main arm down like that. That is how you leave your machine overnight. So we just stop there, and I press shift to come out of there, and I switch it off, like that. The reason you leave your machine like this overnight is because all of the actual shiny bits on the rams, they are safely inside the actual ram, being bathed in oil overnight. As much of it as possible is now covered in oil, and so you're not going to get rust spots developing on here. Rust spots developing on those mean that the little tiny rubber seals that are around that keep the oil in there and stop it from dribbling all out over here, you get rust spots on here, those little rubber seals get damaged far more quickly and it spoils your machine. So you don't want to be doing that. Now, on to this point here. You've got a drive end and you've got a trail end. I think that's the... Is that the drive end? Yeah, it looks like that's the idler end. And that's the drive... No, it's not. Sorry, that's the idler there. That's the drive up that end. That's where the actual drive goes into the tracks. And for best results, you should usually dig over the idler end and not dig over the drive end. Although I've never actually driven a great big machine very much. I've hardly done anything with the great big machines. And so it's never really been an issue that I've had to worry about very much. So let's just go through very quickly and switch all of these off before we go to sleep for the night. We want to have a torch on. I don't think you can actually activate stuff while you're holding the torch. No, you can't. Oh, yeah, no, you just can't do it. Okay, and we come over here. And I have actually run out of time, so we will continue with this adventure tomorrow, where we will finish filling up our machine over there. And it's lovely and peaceful and quiet. Now, I realize that some of you at the moment are now just staring at a pitch black screen. I apologize for that. So let me just get my torch. There we go. That is a very powerful torch. So, yes, we will continue with this until we've got the bucket on there completely full. Let's just jump down and take a look. How are we doing with that? It doesn't actually say anything about the percentage full when you've got everything switched off. If I switch this on, is it going to tell me what percentage it's at? No. Doesn't tell me what percentage that bucket's at, even though I've just switched everything on. I suppose it's because I haven't got water in there. Right, we'll worry about that tomorrow. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.